Tonight on Debate Amongst Friends, NBA storylines, including the playoff push, teams that are fighting for position to draft Zion Williamson, as well as the MVP race, and so much more starting now.
Ladies and gentlemen of the internet, welcome to another fine edition of Debate Amongst Friends live on YouTube. It is the end of February, the 27th day of the month. I am the Professor John Gotti, and I am the advocate for the reigning, defending, undisputed podcast champion. That can chop down any mountain with the back of his hand. It's Mr. Hollywood himself, Doc Lester. How you doing tonight, sir?
Well, well, you're not gonna let this whole Doc thing go, are you? This
It
whole Hollywood
is
thing.
it is going to become a brand new moniker for you. Shout out to our boy out there in Team Neutralize for giving him the new nickname of Hollywood.
Well, I'll take Hollywood over infiltration.
I had to make sure which one he was trying to talk about. I'm like, I need to find out. I
Yeah.
need some confirmation because if he said that you're infiltration, you know I'm not letting you let that one down.
You know I wasn't gonna accept that.
I was like, oh no, you got the infiltration. Wait, let me make sure.
Yeah, I wasn't accepting that one at all.
But sir, we got ourselves.
But how you doing, sir?
I mean, I'm doing pretty good. You know, it's debate night. I mean, I'm ready to talk about some things. You know, we got some things to talk about. I have some really good final thoughts and an awesome track tonight for everyone to enjoy. But I mean, how are you, sir? Let's find out how the life of a Hollywood A-lister is.
Wow. You know, I become an extra in a movie for one day, and I become Hollywood.
I mean, for those that don't know, you know, the Oscars was this past weekend, and I
hmm
mean, right there on the red carpet, you know, we got all these great actors. Oh, forget about them. It was Hollywood that stole the show.
Wow. Well, just to let the people know, the doc was in a movie. The first day of the movie, it is called "Oh Crappy Day." There is a short version of it currently that is out on Amazon Prime. I think you can watch it on Facebook and some other platforms. But they decided to make it a full feature movie, and we know the directors. We were all having dinner one night, and they asked my wife and I if we wanted to be extras, and I was like, sure, I'll be an extra. So I went out for day one. It was a great experience too, by the way.
I
Great
mean, you know,
experience.
it's a small movie today as an extra. Tomorrow, he's on the big screen.
I mean, probably some of the best fake talking that I've ever done.
I mean, late night partying, kissing the girls and making them cry
Right? I mean,
as
you
Mr.
know,
Hollywood.
wow.
The rest of
You
those
know,
actors, as far as I'm concerned, they're no horsemen.
nah, they were all great. There were some really really good people who were out there because we had to pretend to talk. So there were some people who were really really good at it, and I just tried to keep up.
I don't know. We'll find out. I mean, I'm pretty sure as the movie is towards its end, you'll be able to let everyone know out there where they're able to see it. They can enjoy it, and and this will be the genesis and the rise of Hollywood Doc Lesnar.
Wow. Wow. Anywho, thank God we got basketball to talk about. Not
if I wasn't worried about getting dinged on YouTube, you knew I would have played Voodoo Child. I would have played it as I was introducing you. I'm like, where is the boa? Give him the air guitar. It's Hollywood Doc Lesnar.
Yeah, we would have got dinged so fast.
Rip off your shirt. It's time to whoop a little butt.
Hilarious. But no, it was a good experience though. I mean, it's probably the first or maybe the second time I've ever had like real makeup on. So it was kind of like, wow, like, I can't imagine like actors, they probably get makeup applied every 2 seconds. I mean, it was ridiculous, but it was a good experience though overall.
That's fair. And it sounds like it was quite the experience, and hopefully it'll just lead to more opportunities for you. It sounds like you got your hand in people's pockets, and they're just taking you along for that ride.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I think this movie is set to be released in 2020, so I don't think it'll be out this year, but he did say 2020. But from what I can see, it looks like their vision is clear, and I'm looking forward to it.
Excellent. Can't wait. Can't wait. But we're not talking any football. Let's get straight to that hardwood, sir. We got a couple of stories coming out. The National Basketball Association that has nothing to do with that purple and gold and that guy, that L guy. I don't know his name. We're not going to talk about that guy until the end of the season.
Yeah. Right. It's so funny because, I mean, I guess technically we could say, like, JBL.
Wow. Wait, are you saying that this person's a basketball god?
No.
And the only reason
I don't think that JBL is a wrestling god either.
Wait, and the only reason why he's been deemed or gotten the champion because, Triple H didn't want to work Tuesdays? Like, is that what I'm hearing?
Hey, that's all speculation. But that's hilarious though, and I wish J Rich would bring that up on marking out. I would love to hear somebody's take on that.
But what are some of the stories coming out of the association, sir?
I mean, looking at it, listen, I mean, and just to look at the conferences, I mean, if the playoffs started today,
yes,
I mean, I would be excited because the Pistons would be in, the Nets would be in, and the Hornets would be in, which is completely different from the normal Heat, Wizards, and Hawks, and of course the Cavs. But this is a different Cavs team.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that one either.
Right, which normally one team is replaced, but obviously the Wizards and the Heat have fallen off of, they've just fallen off. I'm surprised with the Magic. They still have a shot. They're right there with the Hornet and the Pistons, 1 through 6, depending on, runs of losses or wins, could be pretty much in. Now, I do know that you posed a question earlier, and I wanted to address it. What is going on with the Celtics?
Yeah. So, for some odd reason, I am hearing a lot of people say that the Celtics are fractured. They're in disarray, and they don't know what the identity is anymore. I disagree with that, and here's why. They have the talent still. The part of the rate is, what are their roles?
Right. I don't know what their and I know Brad Stevens really hard, but I don't really know what identity is either.
And I feel like ideas, they'll be completely fine. I feel like people are taking this way far.
Well, this is what I say, and it goes back to that trade deadline that we had. And you think about it, and I know that we said we're not going to mention, so I'm not going to mention them. But Danny Ainge was out there, pretty much not. He wasn't as bad as Magic Johnson, but I mean, he was pretty out there.
I don't think any GM or executive vice president of basketball operations or anyone in the front office of a team, minus that one team, that was as aggressive. Like if you think about it and put all of them in one pot and measure them all out, like that team was the only team that was as hard, and it didn't help out that the media ate up every single rumor and evaporated to the point to where people started thinking this was true.
And I think that's ultimately what could have also affected the Celtics, because previously it was like, well, this player's off limit and that player's off limit. We're gonna sign back Kyrie and things. When in reality now,
give me a ring, Kyrie.
Right. Storylines out there that's like, hey, Kyrie might not stay. That's pretty much what it's about. And kind of like in the NFL, when like a coach is, potentially leaving a team, after the playoffs, and a team doesn't want distractions. I feel like this is the same distractions that are kind of plaguing this team, and I don't know if they're mentally strong enough to handle it. Like, because they're not worried about Durant. Like, oh, whatever, he wants to leave, leave.
Bye. Well, I think the problem is it started from last summer. Like it isn't just happening now. Like it wasn't just happening around the trade deadline. Like this was how the season even started. Because a lot of these young boys, let the young boys, I always like to say, were amazing in the playoffs last year.
Right.
People were saying that he should be the starters for this team.
Right. And I went on limb to say that I felt like when Kyrie came back, not only Kyrie, but when Kyrie, I believe it was Gordon Hayward. When he traded Gordon Hayward, had an opportunity. Because I felt he, at that point, he still
didn't say as beast. You know what? The Celtics should pull. Should follow the example of the Houston Hayward. Just go. Just let him.
Oh, you mean like a Park?
Yes. The other news out of Nintendo is a brand new game got revealed today. Pokemon Sword and Shield, which also came on the 23rd year of the original Pokemon game being released. So they actually dropped the trailer. Make sure you check those out. The new starters are Grunky, which is a grass monkey type, a Score Bunny, which is a fire bunny, and Sobble. Don't know what Sobble is. But the memes are amazing. The memes are what made this awesome.
Wow.
I believe the last one that I've seen compared them to the Powerpuff Girls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which has a big following.
Yeah. So for all we know, that's gonna happen. And my final thought, speaking of anniversaries, 21 years from yesterday, X-Men vs. Street Fighter came out. And for those that know about the series, you know, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, then Marvel vs. Capcom, then Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Marvel Heroes versus Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and of course Marvel Infinite, which was a complete, you know, cluster. So
Mm-hmm.
this was the beginning of them all. But it was released on PlayStation 21 years ago in Japan. The port version
Mm-hmm.
of this game was actually pretty bad. But the arcade version was absolutely incredible. I have many, many years of memories playing this inside pizza parlors out there in Jersey City, just having a ball.
Yeah, which I wish you would still be having a ball actually playing
I
games
mean,
today.
I am because I'm having a ball saving DC with Team Neutralize
There you go.
with
Team
all the
neutral.
other neutralizers.
I mean, also tell the folks, I mean, you have good news coming in. I mean, you're about to get a piece of equipment that's going to
Yes.
change the
So,
whole face of the game.
ladies and gentlemen, Gaming Amongst Friends will be started. Actually, we'll be streaming the Division 2 on our Debate Amongst Friends YouTube page. So check that out. I'm also going to start doing some Let's Plays as well on the Gaming Amongst
Mm-hmm.
Friends YouTube page as well too. I'm excited. I have some new equipment coming in to allow me to actually play these games and stream it
Mm.
for you, the people. And I can't wait. The doc can't wait. And the rest of Hollywood can't wait either. They just want to see the doc.
This Hollywood thing is just so crazy to me.
Hollywood.
Wow. Wow.
But ladies and
So
gentlemen, this
crazy.
is the end of our show. Tonight's track is actually another exclusive track that was dropped today, actually, which is
Mm-hmm.
also a day of excitement, a day of remembrance, and a day of celebration because uh, today marks the 9-year anniversary of Seba June, better known as Nujabes's passing back in
Mm.
2010. And this was what I was going to say before. They actually just got finished doing a celebration show out there in Japan
Mm-hmm.
on the 23rd, actually. And my plan for next year is to go to that show when they celebrate 10 years celebrating Nujabes. So that's going to be my
Absolutely.
plan is to head out to Japan next February to do that.
Fantastic. We'll have
But
to look into some details on that.
absolutely. But tonight's track, like I said, it is from Marcus D. It features a lot of the old school hideout production crew. So we have our Cise Starr, we have Funky DL, we have Substantial as well.
Mm-hmm.
And the name of the track is called Blinding Lights. It is out there on his Bandcamp page. Make sure you download it. It's only $1 or however much you want to put in. Marcus D, as always, come out with some great music. Make sure you support our artists. And also a big shout out to Croup Dog, our intro track, Extraordinaire.
Mm.
Extraordinaire.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, just make sure you support our artists. But also make sure you give us support too on the YouTube. Make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join our notification squad as we come up with some brand new stuff. Also, make sure you follow our other channels, Gaming Amongst Friends, like we was talking about before. We're gonna start putting some stuff out there. We have Duke It Out, where the Duke and the Duchess will talk about all your pop culture, movies, and political news that's out there.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget about those marks in Marking Amongst Friends. They're going to be
Mm-hmm.
talking about the Kofi Mania, Styles and Orton, the NXT call-ups, and more. Make sure you check them out live Thursday evening.
Boom.
But, good sir, tell them where they could follow us.
Well, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, at TL Double, as well as the Professor John Guy, the King of RNG, the Troll Master, the Data Analyzer Ninja, the Conqueror of his own destiny
Who
at
is not
Kenny
Hollywood, but that guy right there,
Six.
he's
Oh my
Holly.
God.
Woo!
Wow.
Ooh, I just found something new.
Wow. Oh my God. But yeah, definitely follow Debate Amongst Friends on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You have on Twitter, we're Debate Amongst Instagram, Debate Amongst Friends, and on Facebook, we're also www.facebook.com/debate amongst friends. We have a team neutralize where you'll be able to follow on Gaming Amongst Friends, which we try to neutralize the targets. Hashtag target is down.
Target is down as we infiltrate, save the people, and take down the threats. But thank y'all very much. Make sure you check us out every single Wednesday evening live right here on YouTube at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And as always, I'm the Professor John Gotti.
And this is the podcast Beast.
Holly, woo!
Oh my goodness. That's so unbelievable. So crazy.
So, like we always say, goodbye. Mwah! And to all, a good night.